We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica. Seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, as we always say, look at your thumbnail whenever we're starting a video. But today we're giving you an update about remember the Beryllium robbery in Negril earlier this year. Unity Police and countless criminals to the departure lounge. So we're gonna give you an update. So one of the most famous and most fearless detective from Westmoreland, a man by the name of Laing. It's not only Isaiah Laing is the only named one police, The man that you're looking at the bottom, his name is Laing. The man in the dark glasses. That man drives fear in the heart of criminals from Kingston East, St. Catherine to Westmoreland. Criminal fear them like pussman. So I was talking with a convicted criminal, a man, he says that my family, Inez, saved his life from Levine, sending him to the departure lounge at 51 Maya Street in the 70s. Yes, and this is a criminal that's listed to the Jamaica Young. He's a convicted criminal. And the man says that, he says Detective Laing is our Levine in our Westmoreland. Just as Levine was known for his fearless and effective approach to law enforcement. So you hear what this man says now. The man says that him say he's a big man, older than yours truly, or even Laing. But he said although Levine could have killed him in the 70s, he says that is my cousin, is my family. Inez, I'm not gonna tell you what she is to me, but she, yes, may her soul rest in peace. She played a pivotal role in my life too. Yes, man, as you hear I talk about Leah. But I didn't know that this man know me. But he did not even want to reveal some personal things about himself. But he acknowledged that he knows me and he, the man know my mother, my father, and he mentioned Rosie, Melo, and all kind of people, Spider, Debbie, Opie. And I am wondering who's this man, but he did not elaborate. He just called some name, some family member. I said, wow, alright, so just listen. So this man, he says that at one point in time when he was living in Westmoreland, so he says, so he has to move from Westmoreland to, he said, Mr. Laing, when he said he's not lying, he was involved in criminality after, back then. And he says that Mr. Laing said to him, stuttering, say, the two of we, say, the two of we can't stay at Westmoreland, You and I can't stay here, so one of we have to leave, And him say, Mr. Laing say, I am not leaving, because this is where I work. You don't work here, so one of we have to leave. And him say, I am giving you a week, for you to do the necessary and move, or I will move you, Man said, yeah. Man said, when Mr. Laing tell him, say, he will move him. Him say, no, sir. Him not make the man move him, because him know, say, But him tell him say man move him. Him say him no say the departure lounge that, and him say him have him gun them and all them thing there, and him have boy them in do thing. Him say when Mr. Laing, him say him bust a fast. You know Laing say wait, our 40. Him say no sir, the seat. I man say but you sit down pan metal chair. Say oh okay. So hey, the man say when Laing drive off, you know, man him team, him say, oh, him say him not even have no second thoughts, you know. Him just go in my yard and pack up him things, and him say him just head and over. And that's how him live. Him say even time him hears them send Mr. Laing gone a town, him say not take the chance and go back the car. Him no want him and them ain't a problem. So we'll give hey. Well, I mean, Mr. Laing say, boy, the two of we can't stay here, you know, one of we have to leave, you know, and me work here, you know, so him must say, him no say, him have to left. And him say, Laing say, if you not move, you know, me help you move. Hey, and them kind of, you see what I'm telling us, how detective effective, you know, and them man are all bad man, you know, because this is a man who fire 3 shots off a Tom Levine, you know, and him say, I'm my cousin, you know, because him say, I'm my family member. Him say, well, I don't know if I cousin now, but I'm not going to tell him if I'm my grandmother or all them things there, you know, one and two little things, when I tell him the relationship. So him say, she beg for him, because him run going in her house at 51 Maya Street, and she begged Tom because him all hand over him gun, you know, from inside there, and she begged Tom not to kill him, and Tom never send him a departure now. Him say him got a gun court, them time you get life. Yeah, life shoot off a police and them thing, and him they get life. But him say because through my PMP and them thing there, him get parole. Yeah, and eventually everything him good, and you understand. So we'll give you some update about the Beryllium robbery. Yeah, so you know, and that's why I was saying, if you're not learning anything, you're at the wrong channel. So here we are updating you about the planned robbery of the Beryllium armored vehicle, which was filed by our CETA cops in Negril, Westmoreland. So here's one of the masterminds. That one guy went, Wishart Green, a known PMP criminal organization activist and supporter in full PMP criminal organization regalia. And you see him and the guy when him Vaz, yeah. So experience the intense and action-packed high-speed chase, shootout and robbery gone wrong between the police and a criminal organization mastermind minded by Wishart Green and Derval Williams. So, as the criminals attempt a daring heist in Negril, only to be met with swift and strategic police intervention, discover the details of the operation. The suspect involved in this scheme of criminality, robbery, you know, and the outcome of the dramatic confrontation. So, you know, so stay tuned for a gripping recount of the adrenaline fuel event. So let's dive into the thrilling world of crime and law enforcement with our video, as we title it Police versus Criminals, high speed chase, shootout and robbery gone wrong. So so as we tell you already about the shooting that happened in Negril, the high speed chase, and it happened on July 26 at 10 a.m. Negril Pier, vicinity Burger King. And the complainants are 5 police officers. I will give credit to the Jamaica Constabulary Force for not releasing the name of the police officers. But the suspects in custody, Everton Miller, 34 years old, date of birth, May 8. I don't know if it's... okay, it's not May 8. Jamaica do for them things backwards. So this would be the 5th of August, 1989, farmer of Thompson Town, Clarendon. Him never farm in him life, and Manchester, 2 places him live. Then you have Christopher Campbell, OC Bugs of Thompson Town, Chapelton, Clarendon. So all of them criminals are from up in the bush of Clarendon, them no want for work. Then you have Wishart Green, that I boy, the teacher brother there, him a big PMP criminal organization, activist and supporter. So between 6 a.m. and 10, an intelligence-driven operation was conducted in Negril Square regarding information suggesting that armed men traveling in multiple vehicles were about to rob a Beryllium courier vehicle laden with cash. So the police were able to intercept them. Yeah, technology, you use technology. The phone is two-way radio, so the police them just monitor them, and you understand. So them they chat and a plan, and them they know say, why is them a plan? You have the police on the other side listening to them because they are criminals. Yeah, so you don't need human intelligence anymore. So yeah, so one of the vehicles, great Toyota Axia motor car, registered 7221 JU. Yes, Ulia umbrella was observed with several men aboard. The police team attempted to intercept 3 of the cars simultaneously, during which time the driver of the Axia tried to leave and its path was blocked. The driver sped off in the direction of the pier behind the plaza. Members of the police team went in pursuit. 3 of the gunmen exited and engaged the team in a shootout. Say you're going to lose. So in contrast, the vehicle drove off into the sea. And why them feel say, boy, I must say amphibious vehicle. Dumb as them. Yeah, so after the shooting concluded, one of the injured gunmen, Everton Miller, was assisted from the water by the police team to seek medical attention, and a magazine containing several rounds of 5.56mm rounds was taken from his pocket. He was hospitalized and a police car, say a leak like pipe. So the other 3 gunmen who received injuries were taken from the sea with the assistance of the Marine Police. They were transported to the Savlamar General Public Hospital where they were confirmed dead. So during the operation, a black Toyota Vaxi registered 3033 Kilo Quebec, that's KQ, was intercepted with Green and Campbell, who are suspected to be a part of the robbery syndicate aboard. They were also arrested. 1 boat and an engine were damaged during the exchange of gunfire. No member of the police team was injured during the operation, and we're glad for that. So the guns that the police recovered was a M16A1 rifle, and the serial number, if you even tell you that, not really make a difference. Then you have a AR-15 rifle, then you have a AK-47, then you have a Scimitar Western 9mm semi-automatic pistol, .38 revolver, and then a semi-automatic 9mm pistol, no manufactured brand. So the police have recovered 6 guns, total 50 AK-47 rounds, 65 M16 rounds, 45 9mm rounds, 5 38 rounds, and a total of 3 M16 magazine, 2 AK, and 2 9mm magazine. So we're going to tell you now why the people them in our Westmoreland now they miss Detective Laing, because they must say, boy, the shooting itself remind them when he was there. Yeah, people them love him, So we'll tell you, yeah, them love Laing. So them said so the people them in our Westmoreland now, we talk with the former the convicted criminal. Because once a criminal always a criminal, but you don't know say there's no honest criminal. But him just tell you him thing. So him say Detective Laing versus Levine. Because him know both policemen. So both Laing and Levine are portrayed as fearless figure in law enforcement. So it's the man suggests that Laing, like Levine, instill fear in criminals to the extent that some opted to leave town rather than confront them. So this former criminal speak to his fear, stating that Laing effectively removed him from Westmoreland because the criminals believe Laing was going to kill him. Similarly, Levine's reputation in the 1970s, 80s and early 90s noted for making criminals feel that prison or death was inevitable under his watch. So both Levine and Laing are portrayed as extremely effective in controlling crime. The image, reflect that Detective Laing's effort in Westmoreland kept the parish cool as cucumber, echoing out Levine's time in Jonestown, Concrete Jungle and Riemann, Kingston Western Police Division in the late 70s, early 80s sent many criminals either to prison or to their departure lounge. So the comparison positions Laing as a modern day equivalent of Tom Levine, with a similar legacy of controlling gang violence and removing criminal elements through direct and confrontational methods. So after Detective Laing left Westmoreland, criminality activity, especially gang-related crime, began to grow in the parish. This mirror how in earlier years Levine absent would also create a vacuum where criminals might gain ground. So the former criminals recount their experiences, emphasizes how the mere presence of Laing and Levine made them fearful. So one criminal references how Laing told him in a stuttering tone that one of them had to leave Westmoreland, which led to him fleeing, showcasing Laing's intimidation tactics. We said, the man said, Laing said, the two of we can't stay here, no. One of we have to leave. And him said, I'm not leaving, look, I work here. Man said, boy, oh, me. Him say when Laing left, him just move. Him go Westmoreland, because him know say, because Laing tell him say, we help him move. And him say, hey, when the man I tell you about say them I help him move, I kill them and they go kill you. The man just wait for your bucket to kill you. So him say just move. So Levine is similarly referenced by criminals as having had a direct impact on their fear of staying in the area he patrolled. And criminals in Jonestown, Concrete Jungle and its surroundings seem to fear an immediate death or imprisonment at Levine's hands. So it suggested that Laing may have frame out of jealousy. So the man said he's a policeman who Laing used to work with. Frame him, a policeman, and this could reflect tension between officers who have resented Laing's effectiveness and rising reputation, possibly feeling overshadowed by him. So him no talk, so we asked him the name of a policeman who frame Laing. Him say him no want to talk. But him say Laing and that the man they are friend. Him say that the man they are comrade. The policeman who frame Laing is a comrade, known comrade. Him says him tell me say the policeman is a man who take all coke. Yeah. And him say policeman come from Westmoreland too. And him say the man they love fish and all them something. So I dig him for policeman name. Him say him no want. Him not tell me policeman name, but him tell me some things. And him say by saying all of them things, and maybe Laing them will figure out who him attack. Time I say a policeman, and him say policeman is like from a police family, but them are criminal police. Time say even one of a policeman brother they charge him say policeman brother they charge here robbery. Him and the next man go upon a robbery in a St. Elizabeth, drug business, and the same policeman, we attack, Fiend brother kill the other man and say a shootout and him carry the man with the AK-47. So him say Laing supposed to know that the police there. That the police there are one will help set him up while them transfer him. Because I'm jealous of Laing. And him say policeman, him say that the policeman there, a criminal, 101. You understand? Yeah. So Laing is especially depicted as someone locals remember fondly. Seeing his removal as the beginning in rise in crime problem. So in the late 1970s, in the 1970s, a former criminal, who had been sent to prison by the notorious detective Tom Levine, recounted his harrowing experience of crossing paths with yet another formidable law enforcement figure, Detective Noel Laing. So according to the ex-criminal, he was forced to relocate from Westmoreland to neighboring parish and Hanover due to the overwhelming fear that Laing would eventually kill him. Hey, I saw criminals live with a fear of losing them, like, oh, him not take no check, him say him no, say like him say no, sir. So the criminal who had already endured a fearsome reputation of Levine described Laing as a relentless enforcer of the law, someone who would stop at nothing to rid Westmoreland of criminal elements. Laing's reputation for being highly effective and uncompromising when it came to dealing with violent criminals sent waves of terror through the local underworld. much like Levine before him. The former convict expressed that while he had survived his encounter with Levine, Laing was a different breed. His methods were not only highly effective, but also gave criminals a very real sense that their days were numbered if they remained under his radar. The fear was not just of being arrested and sent to prison, but potentially meeting a much deadlier fate. Laing's approach to criminality wasn't just about apprehending offenders. It was about making it abundantly clear that he would confront them with unyielding force. Criminals under his jurisdiction understands that Laing was not just enforcing the law in a conventional sense. He was sending a message that anyone who dared to consider their illicit activities in Westmoreland would not be given multiple chances. As a result, the fear of violent retribution from Laing led to this particular criminal to flee Westmoreland entirely, preferring to take his chances in a new parish rather than face the seemingly inevitable death that awaited under Laing's watchful eye. So this personal account illustrates the larger-than-life presence of Detective Laing had in the criminal community. He wasn't just an enforcer, he was an embodiment of law's severe consequences. A man whose name alone could make hardened criminals pack their bags and run. So for many, like this former convict, Laing represents more than just the possibility of arrest. He symbolized an existential threat to their very survival. And so leaving Westmoreland wasn't just a strategic move, it was an act of survival in face of Laing's relentless pursuit of justice. So some long-time residents of Negril reflected on a recent police operation that resulted in the death of several notorious criminals at the hand of the CTAC police. Their counter-terrorism and organized crime officers couldn't help but draw a comparison to a bygone era. For them, the swift and decisive action of CTAC officers echoed the days when Detective Laing patrolled Westmoreland with an iron fist. During his tenure, Laing's presence and no-nonsense approach to law enforcement brought a sense of order and control to the parish, earning him a reputation as a force to be reckoned with. So they must say, people they must say, Karate George used to work with even Laing, but them say, Karate George, when they come on to him have him name and all of them things, and they must say, you can't compare the two of them. It's apples to orange. The difference with Karate George and Laing them say is because George is more. The reason why you hear about George more is because Karate George is mixed up in the criminal honor. The man criminal a friend, drug dealers and all of them things. Laing and the man a friend. And then just like, so you know, a people see him criminal, them see him and promote George. What they must say, two different personality. And Georgie, whilst him brave to and all of them things, but them say Laing different, totally different. Georgie we wear Laing now wear no woman clothes, so Laing now go wear no woman dress to kill you and them things. Because him say no, Laing say boy once you do them thing that him say you have some feminine thing in there. So Georgie we do that and them thing. That means criminal, like how General Stark with woman clothes, people in a Johnson say a cross dresser, a transvestite and them things. So, if George do that, and put on a lipstick now, so me as a policeman could not do that and them things. So that's how people they must say. So they must say you can't compare the two of them because Len is a masculine police. Him now go down to that road where he put on a dress. No. Him we rather hide him wait for you for days. Yeah man. So them said during Laing no nonsense approach to law enforcement brought a sense of order and control to the parish, earning him the reputation as a force to be reckoning. So them say Laing time in Westmoreland is remembered fondly by many law-abiding citizens as a period when peace prevailed and criminals live in constant fear of their lives. The phrase cool as cucumber was often used to describe the atmosphere of the parish during Laing's reign, a stark contrast to the chaos that would erupt in his absence. Under his watch, gunmen and criminals knew they were walking on razor edge. Every day they operated in Westmoreland under Laing's jurisdiction was a day they might not survive. His reputation preceded him, spreading a deep-seated fear throughout the criminal underworld. Unlike many of his peers, Detective Laing wasn't just about making arrests. He was about sending a clear message to criminals. There would be no second chances. The criminals knew that one misstep under Laing's watch could cost them their lives. His strategy was simple, yet effective. Maintain an aggressive and visible presence. Actively pursue known criminals and confront them head-on. This created an atmosphere where gunmen and gangsters live in a state of perpetual anxiety, knowing that at any moment Laing could come knocking, and that would very well be the end. When CTAC officers executed their recent operations, eliminated dangerous criminals, the older generation in Negril saw the parallels immediately. For them, it was as if they were transported back to those days of relative peace, where fear of swift and lethal retribution kept criminal element in check. They remember how Laing's ability to neutralize threat brought a level of calm to the parish that hadn't been felt in years. The very sight of law enforcement acting decisively, much like Laing once did, stirred a sense of nostalgia among the residents who had lived through the time when Westmoreland was cool, calm and relatively crime-free, thanks to Laing's unrelenting efforts. Yeah, so we are telling the people, them not stop pressure about it. They are the criminal and I say, well, oh, you know, talk about the thing. I would tell, look for one we call you. And so, you know, hey, look here, as we tell the people, it's our people's channel. Some of the, you know, this is a law-abiding citizen. I was one of the criminals over here. And, yeah, we can tell you that these people from Negril, very, very passionate about them, Noel Laing. I tell you, the people, them love the man. Yeah, man, you understand, and them said the CTAC operation the other day. But what was really alarming is the man where Tom Levine, him say, my family, save him life at 51 Maya Street. Yeah, him say, Tom Levine, him fire 3 shots off, but him saying a court and him plead guilty. You understand? Because and him all hand over him gun from in a house and him in a hiding there and him thing there. Him say, boy, I save him life. Lucky, you know. Him say every day. You understand? Him now in his 70s, yeah, late 70s and Tom in him late 80s. Yeah, so we're moving on. So it wasn't just that gunmen feared Laing. They live in constant dread. To be known as a criminal in Westmoreland under Laing's jurisdiction was to have a target on your back. Criminals would constantly look over their shoulders, unsure when or if Laing and his team would descend upon them. This fear wasn't unfounded, as many who chose to stand against Laing's authority found themselves either behind bars or in a grave. His reputation extended beyond Westmoreland. It was known across parishes, making him a formidable figure in Jamaican law enforcement. Today, the memory of Detective Noel Laing serves as a reminder of what can happen when law enforcement takes a strong and unwavering stance against crime. The recent CTAC killings brought back the same sentiment, the realization that when faced with a determined and resolute police force, the life of gunmen is fraught with uncertainty and danger. As some Negril residents reminisce, the era of Laing was one where criminals live in fear of losing their lives, a fear that, for a brief moment, had returned to the street and the town that they know. So them say, boy, it was after the transfer of Detective Noel Laing from Westmoreland saw a troubling shift in its criminals landscape. Them say some criminal when it run where nobody never knows them. Boy, them surface. them say, boy, oh, him gone now, so we can't come back. And I saw crime start to increase. Can you believe that? When Laing was stationed there, he was widely regarded as a highly effective and feared law enforcement officer, known for confronting criminals head-on and neutralizing threats with an unyielding resolve. His presence acted as a deterrent for criminal elements who operate in the parish and his reputation for sending them to the departure lounge, a euphemism for eliminating violent offenders, was well known both among the law-abiding citizens and the criminal underworld. Laing didn't just arrest criminals, he confronted them in ways that left lasting impact. Many hardened criminals and gunmen who chose to challenge his authority found themselves either dead or incarcerated. And him said 9.7% of the time, them dead. His strategy was direct. Treat crime like a cancer, cutting it ruthlessly before it could spread. Under Laing's watch, Westmoreland was relatively controlled environment. Where criminals knew their days were numbered if they persist in their activities. However, when the police hierarchy decided to transfer Laing from Westmoreland, the situation rapidly deteriorated. Without his firm and aggressive stance, the criminals would have lived in fear of him, saw an opportunity to reclaim their space. Gangs began to grow in number, and violence that had once been stifled under Laing's command resurfaced with even greater intensity. The once cool as cucumber parish started eating up again as the vacuum left by Laing's transfer allowed criminal organizations to rebuild and expand their influences. So the people them say, boy, even the boy with our prison named Durval Williams, them say if Laing the dark Westmoreland, him wouldn't reach a prison. Yeah, them say him to play them way there. Them say Laing with bleach by you, man. Just for you and him in a confrontation. Yeah, you understand? So him say Laing will make certain say every day you see him. So you understand? So it makes certain say even the criminal feel uncomfortable. So them always, for some reason or the other, because of his intense pressure, them always make some mistake. So him can't get to send them my departure along. So they must say because you know Laing at Westmoreland, that's why I have all them boy there in a prison. And I'm glad when time him gone at town. So I saw it go on them thing and the boy them regroup, and I saw now Westmoreland. As we tell you, I detective them used to keep the criminal them and them, hey, look here, as we tell you say, both political party, one of them is just a little bit better than the other. One, the PMP criminal organization, the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, when they were government, along with the most corrupt commissioner of police, Owen Ellington, only could have Bexel on the bus, I don't care. Dismantle the police force by bench the detectives. You hear the people them this are detective them at about, one man. Westmoreland, and I like Westmoreland is a parish, and I like say them at Negril. The parish them attack. One man that this them attack about. Or one detective have a parish and run it. Criminal have to run it. You are the man where him go to prison with Levine said, and him say Laing make him move because I'm afraid. One man. So now you see why them bench the detective them. Because them don't want that. Because I feed them. This a man, the criminal, this is a Tony Spalding man, Can tell me all the police will give a big youth, them give him the gun, Big youth and police barrier, Give him for him 9, He did have a 16, but he never have it with him there. Because them in a Jonestown back then, through a PMP in a government and them a PMP, them walk with them gun like it legal. But Tom Levine never wasn't having it, because Tom Levine never afraid of them. You understand? And them always take it to him, and Tom Levine was such a God bless man that him never even get shot. Him lose all one of him partner. So for sure, say these people, the political, the 6-3 people in the parliament, including this prime minister, them know the effective of the detectives. Him know that, Because I used to have Kelso Small, a Spanish town where him come from. And him remember said them the man and them call him a sheriff. So why him no make the minister and national security them reinstate by the detective them? I met them. One detective, you see here, one detective for the entire parish of Westmoreland. You're the people that talk about, you have had a police who work with them, but them not talk about them, Him them talk about, And I like Renita Adams and all them man they were have squad on them thing there. Where people that do things and him get the praise. This is a man who do things himself. He might do it for him a constable. And that's why them bench them. Detective, you hear it, see yourself. You understand? Many residents, man, and those familiar with Laing's time, in Westmoreland, lamenting that his departure marked the beginning of the parish's descent into lawlessness. It was clear that his proactive and uncompromising approach had kept the growing criminals' elements in check. His confrontational style was viewed as heavy-handed, was precisely what had kept the criminal infrastructure from flourishing. Without Laing's enforcement tactics, gang leaders who had once been hiding or on the run became emboldened and violent crime began to spiral out of control. This is how the resident them say in inner Westmoreland. So in hindsight, Laing's ability to send criminals to the departure line wasn't just about eliminating individuals. It was about maintaining balance in the community, protecting life and property, ensuring that crime did not get a foothold in the parish. So once he was no longer there to actively confront these elements, it became a free-for-all, with criminal organization expanded rapidly, wreaking havoc on the once peaceful parish. Even as police become a part of criminalism in our Westmoreland too. In many ways, Laing's absence illustrated a vital role that strong, fearless law enforcement play in maintaining peace in volatile areas. His transfer not only allowed criminals to grow unchecked, but also left the parish vulnerable to the kind of violence and chaos that Westmoreland had been shielded for years. His effectiveness in confronting these criminal elements was unparalleled, and his absence in the parish paid a heavy price. Detective Laing is often regarded as Westmoreland version of Tom Levine, a lawman whose reputation for fearlessness and effectiveness in battling crime made him a local legend, just as Levine was known for his unyielding stance against criminals and his hands-on approach to keeping law and order. Laing embodied these same qualities in Westmoreland, earning the respect and admiration of law-abiding citizens while becoming a figure of terror for criminal underworld. Tom Levine, known for his uncompromising methods in the 1970s, 80s, was a law enforcement officer who instilled fear into the hearts of criminals. His reputation as a tough, no-nonsense detective set him apart, and his name became synonymous with swift and decisive justice. So if you listen now, as a youth born and growing, I get to this man, at Tom Levine, why me join the police force? I mean, I talk about my family, them are police, because some of them, them do them right, but them are nothing like Tom Levine. Tom Levine was our era, because all the people them talk about the man in a Jonestown. The first time we knew any celebrity at Tom Levine, when the man, with our 7 years Setimo Street at Jonestown, them time they have the right now I'm looking at the chain link fence, and you have the concrete high bottom, and I tell you, the women them, and man, and them I say, hey, is it Tom Levine? And everybody I run for come see him, You understand? We always hear the people that talk about him. And when we look at this man, bossy as hell, police and him matic, and I say, wow, why him? Because all them talk about Tom Levine, them talk about him as a hero. And we say, boy, that's what we want to do, because the way them talk about the man, you feel good and say, yes, that's what we want people in a Jamaica to talk about. So from 4, we say we want to be a detective. You understand? So, them man use proactive. They were proactive in built on the foundation of proactive law enforcement. So Tom Levine, said them man their reputation and tough and no nonsense, yeah man. So Detective Laing carve out his own legacy in Westmoreland, confronting criminals directly and effectively, dismantling their operations. His presence in the parish kept notorious gunmen and gang leaders constantly on edge, knowing that their days were numbered as long as Laing was in charge. Laing's approach, much like Levine, was built on a foundation of proactive enforcement. He didn't wait for crimes to occur. He hunted down those responsible and made sure that they were dealt with it, either through incarceration or lethal confrontation. In the same way that Levine struck fear into criminals in his jurisdiction, Laing became a looming figure whose very name sent shockwave through the criminal network in Westmoreland. So when most Jamaican people don't know about Laing, Laing will keep staying. But we know about this Laing too, you understand? Some people say them are relative because Isaiah Laing family come from Trelawney and Laing come from Westmoreland, so you understand, So both men share a fundamental understanding of the dynamics of crime and violence, knowing that to effectively control the street, they had to take a hands-on approach, showing both criminals and the public that the law would not back down. For Laing, like Levine, before him, law enforcement was not just a job but a mission, a personal commitment to protecting community from the growing threat of organized crime. So that's why we are telling them, that's the police, them are in the police force, they are not passionate about the job like these men. Even when I was there as a detective, you work all 96 hours straight without even feeling it, but you're motivated. And I see them ungrateful people when they're there fight to make them life safe. But you don't know, it's a minute. They are the minority. But them would have sound like them are a majority because them have the loudest mouth. Empty barrels make the most nice. So that we have to do right now to save Jamaica from them. In Westmoreland, Laing's impact mirrored Levine's legacy in other parts of Jamaica. Both men stood as symbols of law enforcement officers who would stop at nothing to maintain order, no matter the risk involved. Laing's fearlessness, dedication to his duty earned him the same kind of recognition that Levine once had. And for many residents, he will always be remembered as dear Tom Levine, the unrelenting defender of peace and order who struck fear in those who dare to disrupt the lives of innocent citizens. So in drawing this comparison, it becomes clear that men like Laing and Levine are rare in their ability to leave lasting impact on the communities they serve. Their fearlessness, effectiveness, and unwavering dedication to rooting out criminality make them icons of law enforcement, and for Westmoreland, Detective Laing's legacy stands as a powerful reminder of what it takes to keep crime at bay. So, as we continue, so the convicted criminal from Jonestown, Kingston 12, recounted a pivotal moment in his life when he narrowly escaped death at the hands of notorious detective Tom Levine. So him listen to the farmer Badman, murderer, Liquor 13. The man come from Backbush East. So him say man Liquor 13 did that GP together in the 70s. Yeah, and him say I don't lie Liquor 13 I tell. When time the man mentioned man called Tom Levine, him say a two bad man. Yeah, and him say when I man alive to the day. Yeah, him say a two bad man, and him say I don't lie Liquor 13 I tell. The man them literally, the man them sail up themselves. When time Tom Levine mentioned, them boy just get weak. Him say that I want out of all the man. Him say although the man them in a prison, that's the kind of fear what criminal did that for them man there. Him man say a true Liquor 13 herself. When time the man they mention when argument, him say when would I prison them thing there. Come here him talk for hours and the man say, oh, whether or not you want to believe it, where there are prison and them thing. The man talk about police, good police, bad police, corrupt police where give man shot, this and that and them thing. Him say when Tom Levine, him say I don't lie, him say he was there. When the man them mentioned about Tom Levine, him say I don't lie 13 I tell him say two of the big man them belly get loose and them sile up themselves. Them have to change and them thing there. The man said that's how effective Tom Levine, the man name. The man said boy, I the same kind of fear Laing the drive in at him too. Him say Jamaica have them kind of police anymore. That's why crime is on the increase in Jamaica. Cause him say boy them, the criminal them we have gone, them feel emboldened cause the detective out there have them kind of swag. The man say, oh, when Laing tell him say, the two of we can't stay here, and one of we have to leave, and him say, me work here, so if you want me to help you, if you pack, just let me know, me come and help you. Him say, make sure he move, cause him know say the part along that the man apprend. If you send him, and him go Westmont, him go Hanover, that are effective policing. So we continue the journey. So the criminal, yeah, so him, as we tell you, him say him narrowly escaped death at the hands of Tom Levine at 51 Maya Street. See how, wow, we family save him, Inez. Yeah. Alright, we're telling you, yeah, so When I go tell you who are Ines and them thing, who know her and who don't know her, I just saw it go. You understand? So, rest in peace, mama. So the criminals who had been caught with a 9mm pistol, remember how he had fired 3 shots at Tom Levine in desperate attempt to evade capture. So as he fled, he ran into the home of Inez, located at 51 Maya Street, Jonestown, seeking refuge. He said, Inez, a respected figure in the community and a relative of yours that are yours surely, play a crucial role in saving his life. Alright, so he said, boy, the reason why everyone go inside is because a big yard, that's where everybody gather. Tony Spalding, you say all when Michael Manley come, him say, yeah, I hear them, everything, all of the politics and all of them things, everybody are there, so they meet up. And she was a respected woman in our community. Yeah, you understand? Nobody know this, she control bolo work and crash program and all of them things there. And she and the police, them it good. Tom relieve respect her and she respect him. She wasn't a disrespectful person. And, you know, and Mr. Levine, she call him, and them have a mutual respect and understanding. You understand? So she say, despite the grave danger and the fact that the criminal had attempted to shoot Levine, Ines stepped in pleading on his behalf. As she begged for him life. So Levine, who had a reputation for being unrelenting and unforgiving towards criminal, I held Ines in such high regard that he chose to spare the man's life. So the man said when he in a house and them thing there, him lock up himself and him put a chair and all them thing there. But him say, oh, them the man there, if you even got held the man there, follow you, come down there and kill you. So him say, Tom Levine. And him say she was able for, because other police did come to one them thing there, you know, and Tom Levine was able for, you know, just tell them say easy, you know, them surround the house. Him say him no say him not dead and them thing there if it wasn't Ines. Because them time you have all arm and broke up police and them thing, and so some other detective would come. But Tom Levine a man. Because him say Tom Levine alone, him did get shot too, you know. Tom Levine, him get 2 shots, you know. Him say him get 2 shots in him chest. Yeah. You understand? So him no say him not dead. But him now in her house and she know him. She know him. And him throw out the gun and him say him nah nothing and him beg for, and she beg for him and thing, and him come out. And one police lick him and Tom Levine grab him upon the policeman and I say don't lick him. So him say that's why him have respect for him and them thing there. Because Tom Levine say don't lick people and them thing there unless they defend themselves. Because him not do nothing. And him say him got a court and him plead guilty. And him get life. Him say him not get no trouble and them thing there. Yeah, so moving on. So despite the grave danger and the fact that the criminal are attempting to shoot Levine, yeah man, Ines stepped in pleading on his behalf. Levine, and him now have no forgiveness in a man. So the criminal, him say, I'll do him wet himself in fear, although him not bleed, vividly remember how close he came to being sent to departure long. A term used to describe those who met there and end under Levine's justice. So the convicted man expresses eternal gratitude to Ines, acknowledge that it was her intervention that stopped Tom Levine from delivering a fatal sentence that day. Levine's reputation as someone who didn't play games when it came to law enforcement was well known, and the criminal understood that without Ines' intervention, he would have been another statistic. Despite his ruthless pursuit of criminals, Levine's respect for Ines and her plea for mercy led him to spare a man who otherwise would have not survived such an encounter. So the story serves as a testament to the respect and influence of certain figures like Ines held within their communities. Even in the most dangerous of circumstances, it also highlights Levine's ability to show restraint in situations where others might have seen an opportunity for a lethal force. Yeah, so the man here Tony Spalding, the man here Michael man, the man and him thing there, even up to this day. But he must say, yeah, he must say, boy, you know youth, you know, say no fighting the way I say me start. Because this is a big man who have all grandkids and him tell them, say, boy, if you watch a Jamaica Young Police channel, because this is youth here, yeah, him tell them, say, other youth here, family member, save him life when Tom Levine should have sent him my departure, or him get 2 shots in him chest and him say, boy, God, why him not dead? So him say, yeah, and him tell them, yeah, encourage them to read. Him say, one of him grandson, I go prominent high school in Westmoreland. So you understand? And him make sure him say boy from Laing, from him move from Westmoreland to Hanover, him say him they done with badness. Him do him like a weed thing and all of them thing there over years, and him say him alright now as a big man. Yeah, so that's what him say. Him not, it was a private conversation. So him say boy, only gunmen aligned with the Jamaica Labour Party truly fear Renita Adams. And not because he was universally respected law enforcement officer like Tom Levine and Noel Laing. And him talk about Isaiah Laing too. So the fear stemmed from the perception that Adams was more closely aligned to the People's National Party, LGBTQ plus criminal organization, and operated as an enforcer for their interests rather than as an impartial protector of law and order. So him say when Adams reign and them thing there, them were PMP gunmen, them they don't know so boy them cool. Him say him they done with badness, cause from Laing, that time they with Laing, him say no sir. Him say him no want go through back them thing. Like I remember one time Tom Levine they shot him up and him they get a life, and him say I see him I see him Michael them and them thing there. Why him get parole. In the 80s, they make it, them change the law and I saw him get parole and all them thing there. Cause him supposed to do life in a prison, just like Liquor 13. So him say so although Renita Adams operated as an enforcer for their interests rather than an impartial protector of law and order. So while Levine and Laing known for their unwavering commitment to justice, regardless of political affiliations, Adams was seen by some as a tool of the PMP criminal organization government, working within a framework that appeared to serve political and criminal interest rather than upholding the values of law enforcement. So the man said Tom Levine and Noel Laing both earned reputation as fearless officers dedicated solely to fighting crime and enforcing law with integrity. So the man said no, him realize what happening in Jamaica. The media, the media make Renita Adams look larger than life. Him say Adams a baby police because Adams could not survive during Tom Levine reign, and even during Noel Laing reign. Him say I media hype up Renita Adams, make him like this tough guy, because the man is a tough guy. Because him say when him even there prison and him thing there when him never hear them the man name. So he must say all of a sudden a old man become bad man. Him say a joke thing on him something there. Them he say them man they a baby. Him say Renita Adams a baby police. You understand? My man a PMP you know. So him say they fear some reputation cross political lines because their primary allegiance was to justice, not to any political party. In contrast, Adams' reputation became intertwined with the political landscape, leading many labor right gunmen to believe that his actions were motivated by political loyalty rather than a genuine commitment to law enforcement. Which is true. Yeah man, because as one police who used to work with him, man say every day them go up August on one labor right part. That's all the man doing them that CMU. You understand? So for those familiar with Levine and Laing's approach, this distinction is critical, and Levine and Laing built their reputation on being incorruptible, focused on keeping communities safe from confronting criminals head-on, without concern for political consequences. In contrast, Adams was perceived by some as being a part of the PMP criminal organization-led agenda, which diminishes credibility as a true law enforcement officer. In the eyes of many, particularly those aligned with the Jamaica Labour Party, the fear he instilled, therefore, was rooted in political rivalry rather than genuine respect for law and order. Yeah, so even yours truly as a crime fighter, I never respect them man there as a police. I see them man there as political activists in a uniform. Renita Adams a baby police to Tom Levine and Noel Laing, Isaiah Laing, even all bigger Ford, you understand what I'm saying? But, you have all even man like Gotcha. I say, them man, look here, if you're a uniform police just rise up there and them thing, you know say something was behind it. Because the man wasn't a bad police. When we know the man as inspector of it, we used to see him as an idiot police. Because all him used to broke up the people them style at night time, Thursday night and Friday night at Arfetry. He used to with the metropolitan people them in our night time. Then him got Spanish Town and Ludlow Mort, Charlie Mendez, both detective at them put him up there on the pinnacle. and him get all of the praises then, because what he was doing whilst he was there pretending to fight crime, all he was doing there was allowing the Klansman gang to grow bigger and larger than life. So the man are not the police, the man are criminal in a uniform. I said that without any apology. Renita Adams is from St. Elizabeth, him and a Kingston like yours truly. And him and a bad police and them thing. We are telling you that. Baby police. We can't tell you. Renita Adams was a police who shake down people. And we promise, this is the second time we said, we promise to let you hear a policeman who used to work with him back in the late 70s, 80s, how he used to shake down the busman them. Yeah man, when him there traffic. Them time them a corporal. So have yourself a beautiful day. And this is just to show you that Jamaican people know and respect law enforcement officers who have their interests at heart and they are not political. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.